is enough said.
What's up, Heat Nation? Happy Sunday. Yo, boy Ernest here. Back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, you guys. Support the channel. We're pushing to 6,000 subscribers. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Remember, y'all, if you woke up today, you're already winning, no matter what the situation is. Now, together, let's go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. First and foremost, you guys, want to talk about the game last night. The Miami Heat smashed the Portland Trailblazers 119-98. It's beautiful because Portland, with the whole Damian Lillard, Joe Cronin situation, it's nice to see the Heat get that dub, but also it's nice to see that the players that Portland did not want, remember where Portland fans were saying that the Heat had no assets? Well, these assets kicked the Portland Trailblazers' ass last night. 32 points from Tyler Hero, player of the game. You also get 21 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists from Nikola Jovic off the bench. Bam Adebayo, you guys, double-double, 13 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, only 6 for 13 for the field. I really thought that when Jimmy Butler got suspended, Bam Adebayo would step up and be that guy. Bam Adebayo would show that Bam Adebayo that we saw in Team USA basketball, the one that we were all excited about to watch this upcoming regular season. It's been a disappointing year for Bam Adebayo. I've not seen Bam taking that step. He's had very, very small glimpses this season of being that offensive presence player, but he just doesn't show it anymore. He just lacks it. He just doesn't have it anymore. You know, he just plays very basic now. And I mean, I know he's trying to develop this three-point shot. Hasn't really been there this year. Go back to what's worked, man. Go back to the mid-range. Go back to your game. Bam Adebayo before this year was a guy that would average 18 to 19 points a game with 10 rebounds. Like, go back to that. So I don't understand what's going on with Bam Adebayo, but I hope it gets fixed very soon. You get 14 points from Haywood Highsmith, 11 points from Jaime Jaquez Jr. Terry Rozier is ass. There's no other way to say it. 11 points, 4 for 9 for shooting. The only good thing about Terry Rozier is that his contract is an expiring contract next year, so maybe you can move it. I don't think you can get that same first-round draft value that you sent for him, but hey, mistakes happen. It is what it is. I mean, it was a bad trade in my opinion, but he's another body out there, and I hope that he comes out the other end and he can do better later on this season. But I don't think the Heat are going to be able to trade for Terry Rozier, especially the way that he's playing. Now, the Heat are 20-17, 6th seed in the Eastern Conference, battling for the 4th seed. We're only a game down from Milwaukee. But if you look at the standings in the East, you guys, from seeds 4 to 9, it's literally 2 games apart. This is how it is. The Heat are going to be battling for this all season long, so we need to continue to get some dubs. Jimmy Butler's suspension is coming to a complete. January 15th against the Lakers is Jimmy Butler's final game of suspension. He is expected to report back to the Miami Heat next Friday's game against the Denver Nuggets. Now, there's been no new traction. There's been no teams that are reported to trade for Jimmy Butler. We know what's going on. It's Phoenix or bust. Jimmy Butler wants to get paid. He wants his money. And Phoenix seems to be the only team stupid enough to give him that maximum extension he wants. So that's what Jimmy wants to go. But ain't no way that the Miami Heat and Pat Riley are going to take Bradley Beal's shit contract. The only way that trade can happen is if a third and fourth team are involved. But every general manager, every president in the NBA is probably looking at that going, no, I don't want that. Bradley Beal has a terrible contract with a no-trade clause. The fact that Phoenix traded for that shows you how stupid they are. So I don't think that a trade is going to happen. I think the most likely situation that will happen, you guys, Jimmy Butler will not be moved. He will have to report back to the Miami Heat. This may get even more ugly. But Jimmy Butler needs to understand that he needs to raise his value. His value is at an all-time low right now. This is what Jimmy does. He did it in Chicago when he was 27 years old getting his way out. He did it in Minnesota at 29 years old with the whole thing with the third string player saying, "You effing need me, pay me." He did all that, got himself out. He did it at 30 years old with Philadelphia. But the problem is Jimmy now, 35 years old, in Miami. And the problem though with Jimmy Butler's trying to do, that shit ain't gonna fly here in Miami. You're not gonna force Pat Riley's hand. You're not gonna force the Miami Heat to do anything. The Heat hold all the cards. The Heat know that that Jimmy Butler is not stupid. The Heat knows that Jimmy Butler, if he cannot go to where he wants to go, he's going to have to come back and he's going to have to ball. He's going to have to play like Himmy. Because if he doesn't, he will most likely not get that money that he expected and that he expects in the offseason. But this even gets more interesting, you guys, because Tim Hardaway yesterday was on XM radio and he called out Jimmy Butler, exposed Jimmy Butler, gave people information that they didn't even know about. Is it true? Is it not true? I don't know. I wasn't there, but I don't see a reason for Tim Hardaway to lie. I don't see, and there's a lot of reports that have been coming out about Jimmy Butler where this is getting really weird. Now, it was reported in Tim Hardaway's interview that he said, and all of these are quotes that Tim Hardaway says, ladies and gentlemen. "I know Pat Riley gave the NBPA a 10-page letter, and I know he gave them some film to show them why he suspended Jimmy Butler," he says on the XM radio show. Then Tim Hardaway went on to say, "It's all about authority, saying no to somebody, and these guys can't take rejection. If you can't take rejection because everyone has been saying yes, yes, yes to you, and now you're upset and the world is coming to an end, oh, I can't play because he's not giving me the money. No, go out and play the damn game. You're under contract." End quote. Tim Hardaway also said there was a game where the Miami Heat played the Orlando Magic and Jimmy Butler wasn't playing. He was out that game. Turns out Jimmy Butler didn't have an injury. Turns out there wasn't a problem. He was out partying. Tim Hardaway said, "Jimmy Butler let those guys down by not playing in Orlando and then out kicking it somewhere. People were calling me saying, man, he's not even playing in Orlando. He's at Prime 112, kicking it and eating and hanging out with some folks." End quote. Now, I wasn't there, so I'm not going to say that Jimmy Butler's a bad guy, but we've seen these actions from Jimmy Butler. And the reason why I believe this is because, yeah, Jimmy Butler has been known to take games off in the regular season and just bullshit around. Remember last season when he didn't play the game and he was in a tennis match? That made no sense. Remember the third game last year against the, or maybe it was, I don't know if it was last year or the year prior, but it was the third game against the Minnesota Timberwolves where Jimmy Butler was out for rest. Rest. In the third game of a regular season. He's resting. Get out of here with that crap. Bro, the more that developing stories keep coming out, the more that tells me that this situation is just going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. But there's a silver lining, y'all. The Miami Heat hold all the cards here. Jimmy Butler can put all these posts. Jimmy Butler can troll on the internet. Jimmy Butler can talk to his barista about how to treat employees. When we all know if that employee called out once or twice every week, Jimmy Butler would fire his ass. But anyways, this situation is going to get worse. But the reason why the Miami Heat hold all the cards is because there's not a trade. There's not. And the Miami Heat understand that they're going in a youth movement right now. This youth movement, you guys, in my opinion, they can contend in the East for a non-play-in tournament spot. I think this Miami Heat team currently constructed can win top 6. That's how trash the Eastern Conference is. Now, of course, we're a better team with Jimmy Butler. So what Jimmy Butler needs to realize is if you want your money like you truly say you do, then maybe it's best for Jimmy Butler to actually play through the rest of the regular season. without all this bullshit, without all this drama. Because like I said yesterday in my video, you guys, the most Jimmy Butler thing that can happen right now is that he comes back, balls the hell out, and then all of this shit goes in the past. Remember, you guys, Kobe Bryant requested a trade from the Los Angeles Lakers in 2007. Didn't get traded, and what happened? They went to the NBA Finals that season. Scottie Pippen requested a trade from the Chicago Bulls in 1992, 1995, 1998. What happened? He didn't get traded, and he won championships. Just because you request a trade does not mean it will happen. And if there's anybody in the NBA that can take chicken shit and turn it into chicken salad, in my opinion, it's Pat Riley. So I think what's going to happen, trade won't be done. Jimmy Butler will come back. Pat Riley's going to sit down. He's going to say, if you really want your money, go out there. Continue to earn the $48 million you're making this season. Jólate, bro. So much money to play basketball. Find your joy. Get your ass out there. Ball. Ball. Be himmy. And I promise you, in the off season, when all this shit's over, there's going to be teams clamoring for you in a sign and trade. Right now, the Heat can't get nothing back for Jimmy. They can't. This situation is too bad. This drama is too bad. No team wants that. So Jimmy needs to come back, ball the fuck out, and for all you know, maybe he could get traded. The deadline's February 6th. Jimmy Butler still has 3 more weeks when he comes back to show the NBA who the hell he is. Maybe values increase. Who knows? But what I think will happen, you guys, this is going to wait until the offseason. And the problem is, this could get messy. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about these comments from Tim Hardaway? What do you guys think about Jimmy Butler's situation? Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We push into 6,000 subscribers. Thank y'all for the continued support. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. And that is enough said. Let's go.